Hello. So today we're going to be walking through how the body breaks down and eliminates food from the moment it enters your mouth and when it leaves your body. So first we're going to talk about salivation, and the first step is saliva is produced by three main glands: the parotoid glands near your eyes, the submandibular glands under your jaw, and the sublingual glands under your tongue. Saliva isn't just water, it contains important substances like amylase and enzyme that begins breaking down carbohydrates, mucus that lubricates food so it's easier to swallow, and electrolytes for fluid balance, and even after antibacterial compounds. So as you chew, saliva mixes its food to form a soft mass called bolus, making it easier to swallow. So swallowing, it happens in three steps. The oral phase, you voluntarily push the bolus to the back of your mouth. Then the pharyngeal phase, it's involuntary reflex, moves food throughout the throat. And the esophageal phase, which is the food moves down the esophagus by peristalsis, or like a wave-like muscle contraction. So then we have the digestion, and the three phases of that is the cephalic phase, which is just called like the brain phase. This begins when you eat. So when you see, smell, or think about food, your brain, it signals your stomach to prepare for releasing gastric juices. This is why your mouth waters when you smell something good. Then the second one is gastric phase. Once food reaches the stomach releases an hydrochloric acid known as HCl and enzymes like pepsin. These break down proteins into smaller pieces. Then the stomach also churns food into like a semi-liquid called like chyme. And then the third phase is the small intestine. This is where most digestion and absorption occurs. When chyme enters the small intestine, the pancreas releases digestive enzymes. Then the liver sends bile from the gallbladder to help break down fats. And then the enzymes, this is from the pancreas, which also breaks down the carbohydrates, and the lipase breaks down the fats. Proteases like trypsin break down proteins from the small intestine. Then maltase, sucrase, and lactase break down sugars. Peptidases break down peptides into amino acids. And then the defecation, which like a reflex, this allows us to talk about how the waste leaves the body through a reflex. After nutrients are absorbed, waste moves into a large intestine where water is reabsorbed and feces are formed. And when feces enter the rectum, they search for receptors that are activated, like triggers and a reflex. There are two called internal splinter, which is involuntary, and external splinter, which is voluntary. And then for closing, so overall digestion is a coordinated process involving saliva to start chemical breakdown, three phases that prepare and process food, enzymes to break nutrients in absorbable forms, and finally the defecation reflex to remove waste. Thank you.